how you do things is more important than what you're exactly doing. Now, this thing I learned personally based on my own experience. Like in the beginning, I was starting with my business back in 2020. I was super excited and I was charmed. Obviously, it's something new. It was really fun. It was still a fun, but it was a different story back then. And I started with that and I was doing the things for fun and enjoying the process, and the money was just flowing. But with time, what happens, I started taking information from the other people. Oh, you need to grow your business to this much amount of money, seven figure, eight figure, or whatever. And then I have all those big goals. And I'm like, you know what? This month I make this much. So next month I want to make more. And that more, kind of like creating a pressure on me. And that pressure soon realizes into that I was taking action from pressure, from fear. I wasn't taking action from the love, from me having fun in my business. And then with over time, the results were not like the actions were not equal to results. And then I realized that whenever I was resting, relaxing, chilling out, or I forced to rest or relax because I was not feeling well and I'm sick and I gotta be resting and I gotta chill out. I cannot run my business. And when I was actually chilling out, resting, relaxing, that's where the money that I was waiting or looking for in my business started coming up, started showing up. And then I go deep more into that and I realized that actions is not equal to results. It's not important what you do. It's important with what energy you are doing, what mindset you are doing. Like it depends on why you are taking action, why you're doing things. Are you doing it from the pressure, from the stress, from the fear? Or you're doing it because it's fun for you, you wanted to do it because you enjoy it or whatever it is. And especially when it comes to the ego, like you're used to be like, oh, I gotta do this thing or I gotta be like this. You used to be in that mentality, and coming out from the mentality and actually putting the energy first rather than the actions. If you are like a person like me who love to take action first and then the energy will come itself. If you're that like that person, I was like that because I love to take actions. I was like, let's go and do it. And sometimes I get the results, and it was amazing when my energy was aligned with the actions. I definitely get the results, but my energy, when the energy wasn't really aligned with the action, but I was taking the action because I think I supposed or I imagined or I forced myself to take an action, then the results wasn't there. And then I realized that the actions are not equal to results anymore. And so what is equal to results? It's the energy. And the more I understand it, the more I remove the things in my business that no longer makes me happy, that I don't want to do it. It feels like a chore. And yeah, because with over time the business feels like a chore because you do the same shit over and over again. And you are like, what to do, something new, something fun, something more exciting. And that's equal to the results. So time and time you have to do things for fun, whether you're doing in your business, in your personal life, in your relationship, whatever. You have to do something in your life that's fun. Otherwise you will be like so bored of your life. You'll be like, I gotta do the same shit over and over again. It's not interesting, it's not fun anymore. I gotta do this, I gotta supposed to be doing that, and that's not gonna help you get the results. And with over time you're gonna get burned out, sad, depressed, and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't want to do these things at all because you're not focusing on the fun. And I had those times, and in those times I realized that I stopped having fun. I was putting myself like, oh, I gotta do this thing, I have to be like this, and then things became like a pressure, the things became like a chore, and I don't want to do it anymore. So the point is that from few days, or from, yeah, exactly, from few days, I'm putting my happiness first. Like I used to do it before as well, but what happens, like I it's like you got to do it every single day. That's like another thing which I learned from the results. Like before, what I did, I do that, I put my happiness first, but without me even realizing, I got out of the hook. I was like, okay, I put my happiness first, I go do these things, and after doing those things it makes me happy, then I start focusing on my business, doing the stuff. And then with time, what happens, I stop focusing on my happiness and I start focusing on my business, and then started to feeling like a chore. And the cycle repeats over and over and over again. And whenever I feel like a chore, then I force to focus on my happiness, then I focus on my happiness, and then I feel like a chore. It's like a cycle. Until recently I realized that It's like everyday thing. It's like every day you choose your happiness first. It's not like a once in a while when you get bored, you're sick, you're tired of your life, or you're exhausted, or you're burned out. No, no, no. It's like every day choosing it. And that means every day you do what you like to do it. That means you don't have a plan for every day. That means you're not going with the same shit over and over again. You just wake up in the morning and you feel like, what I'm excited to do there. Like I wake up in the morning, I feel excited to eat a chocolate cake. I eat chocolate cake in breakfast. Even if it makes sense or doesn't make sense, I don't know, but I eat it. And if I want to do it every single day, no. No, I don't want to eat chocolate cake every single day in the breakfast. No. Sometimes I do want to eat it. It depends on the mood. So every day it's a different mood. So when you are focusing on your happiness, every day you will going to do something different in a different way, in a different angle, in a different direction, whatever. You're going to do something different. And when you do something different, something new, it gives you energy. Have you ever realized the things that you did for the first time? Like the first time you started your business, first time you started with the job, first time you making money, first time you manifest material things, whatever it was. First time, whatever you did something or achieve something, it was fun, right? And with over time, it feels like a chore because the same shit. But when you actually choose every single day the happiness, like it's like a manifestation is like a lifestyle. That's what I can say. Before that, I think that, okay, once I get it, I forget about it. But then I realize I got to maintain that thing. So it's like every day you ask yourself, what is my happiness? And you put that. So that means you don't have a planner. You don't have the plans. You just wake up and you ask yourself what to do and you go and do that. And that's how your day begins and that's how you live your life. Period. So when you actually do that, the results will show up. That's where the energy is aligned with the actions. So it's like putting your ego aside every single day and not buying into ego anymore, because ego will going to tell you, hey, do the work, hey, have a plan, hey, have a budget, do this work, do this job. No. If you do that, if you go and act from the ego, you're not going to be able to manifest what you want to manifest. That's the weird paradox, but it is the truth. I've realized based on my experience. Before I knew these things, but I never realized it because I never had an experience in that. But when I actually personally experienced in my business, then I realized, oh, it's the truth. So now I'm like, I gotta focus deliberately on every single day. My happiness comes first and then everything else. So hopefully this video makes sense. Let me know. Comment down, give this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing if you want more such videos. I have courses, the links are in the description. I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.